All right, we are back with episode 3 because the last one's a two-parter.
Yeah, that's right. You're
so
right.
episode 3,
Bracket two.
bracket two. There you go.
There we go.
Of our Disney March Madness series. We did this last year, so we thought we bring it back. This year, Garrett has been working his tail off with these brackets. I don't even know how these brackets line out for this year. So
we've talked about, like, obviously with this one with live action, and Charlie, he told me we knew the live action movies we wanted to do, but there was we were at like a weird number. We were at like, I want to say we were at like 17 or 18. Mm-hmm. So we had to like go back a little bit. And so I think we have 20 live action movies that we're going through. And in March Madness, they always have the play-in tournament to get to 68 teams, and they have like the first 4 out. And so I wrote down the first 4 out. Missed the cut. Missed the cut.
Who missed it? Okay.
We have Jungle Book 1994. So the old one.
Okay.
101 Dalmatians with
Glenn Close.
Yep.
Okay.
102 Dalmatians.
Sequel. Got it.
Yep. And then I don't know if you know this, Sorcerer's Apprentice. With Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, because they have
Alfred Molina.
Yeah,
because it's like an adaptation of Fantasia.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I mean that one was close, barely missed. But we have 20. And how we ranked them, it was their tomato score.
Oh, Rotten Tomatoes.
So
okay.
The highest is the 1 seed, lowest is the 20 or the 20th seed.
Gotcha.
And we go from there. Okay,
all right.
You ready?
Let's go for it.
All right. We got the 1 seed, Jungle Book. Versus the 20 seed Pinocchio.
I'm gonna be honest. Jungle Book was kind of scary.
Scary, but it was also great.
It was a good one. I enjoyed it. When he grabbed the wolf and just threw him off that cliff, I was like, "Oh, we're going in."
Yeah, and it looks visually stunning.
It is visually beautiful. To me, it's easily Jungle Book. Yeah,
I would agree. Okay, and the next matchup we got is the 7 seed Christopher Robin versus the 14 seed Dumbo. I'm going Christopher Robin.
I'm easily going Christopher Robin.
Yeah.
Even though it's like it's a retelling, it's Christopher Robin's older, it's not really the original story. I don't care.
Which I was honestly shocked that Dumbo was a 14. It's lower, but it's not as low. So, but hey, teach their own.
Yeah.
This one I'm shocked based on seeding. We have the 9 seed Lady and the Tramp.
Interesting.
Versus the 12 seed Aladdin. Yeah, I knew that would not
sit well with me.
Sit well with you. I'm taking the upset and going Aladdin. I don't think it's technically an upset. I think Aladdin is better.
I don't think it's an upset. I think people on Rotten Tomatoes were like, "Why did you do this?"
But I still thought it was really, really
I liked it. I actually did enjoy it, but I'm also really biased to Aladdin.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
You sure?
It's kind of like
Genie's brother doesn't mean anything different.
Maybe not something. Yeah, definitely Aladdin.
Next, we have the 5 seed, which just shocked me, Mulan, versus the 16 seed Alice in Wonderland.
So here's the thing. Mulan is visually stunning. They did a great job of the visuals of it. I think it got some bad press with the actress because she made some statements about, I don't know if it was about Disney or about Mulan, against China, something like that. But it was filmed and it looked stunning. And that's where I can leave the good comments. I was so mad at that movie. How do you get rid of Mushu and then put a random phoenix that says and does basically nothing?
Yeah.
It's like a spirit guide that does nothing. Like Mushu makes that movie. It's like yes, they're both Eddie Murphy, but it's like doing Shrek without Donkey.
Yeah.
Like
no, 100%.
You can't do it. Like, yeah, that made no sense. Visually stunning. Like, one of the things that drove me crazy about that movie is when they were talking about it in advertising, they said they're going to make this more like a classic Chinese movie action, real combat. And I was like, great. But then they go using swords to stab people and there's no blood. People just hit the ground. Like, come on now. I get it. You're Disney, but then don't. Yeah. You got to do it or you got to don't.
You got to go full throttle if you're going to do it.
So I get the Rotten Tomatoes score-ish, but.
Yeah. I'm going Alice in Wonderland.
Okay.
maybe I'm just holding that all those negatives about taking Mushu. Mushu just like is a big part of the original movie. Like
It
I
is,
think he carried the movie. Like I don't know. That's just me. I mean, and I appreciate doing something different. Like I can't stand like I think it was and honestly it may have been Lilo and Stitch, where Lilo and Stitch, the remake, it was literally verbatim
The whole movie.
the whole movie just redone, which is fine.
Yeah.
But if you're going to change stuff up, change it to where it's going to make the audience enjoy it. And if you take away one of the big things that made the original movie, what it was, I feel like that's just a big turnoff for me.
It's absolutely Alice in Wonderland. Moves on.
Okay.
I had to give some defense to it, but no, it's absolutely Alice in Wonderland. And then Alice in Wonderland was kind of a sequel, because wasn't it like she was kind of returning because they knew of her? Like it wasn't. I know there's the first one and then the sequel movie, but I think in that Alice in Wonderland movie, because it wasn't just a remake of Alice in Wonderland, it was like they were trying to remind her at different points, like, "Yo, you've been here before," something like that. But I enjoyed it.
Next matchup, we have the 3 seed Cinderella against the 18 seed Snow White.
I have my opinions. You go first.
I'm going with Cinderella.
Okay.
I know Cinderella. I mean, it's the 3 seed. It's very popular. I don't have it that high on my live actions. I thought it was fine. The animals don't talk. Don't talk at all. They're still involved. She still talks to them.
Yeah.
I thought it was just an okay movie. What I didn't like about Snow White, I know there was a lot of controversy. I didn't like how they didn't include the little people as the dwarves.
Oh yes.
I know there was a lot of controversy about that.
Yeah.
I think that could have helped that movie, in my opinion. That was just
Absolutely.
one thing that drove me nuts.
So that is I'm gonna start this here, and I'm gonna say Cinderella moves on, even though I can't stand it.
Yeah.
But I agree with you on that one, because there was a conversation when they were making it, and it was actually Peter Dinklage, who everyone knows and loves, Game of Thrones and so many other things he did. And he had made a comment about how he thought it was offensive if they were to cast little people as the dwarfs in this movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's the reason why Disney didn't, but they didn't. And then the uproar from other actors that they
were pissed
off on Peter Dinklage,
because they were like they were saying that he just took away.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
a perfect opportunity for. And I get the point, and I think, I mean, this is not to get into politics or social commentary and stuff like that, but there's a conversation of saying just because one person in a group says something doesn't mean it to be actual and factual truth,
100%.
because it definitely affected. I mean, 7 different actors could have had paid roles.
Well, I think it affected those people, and then there's just the whole movie in itself.
Absolutely. So it was weird. The animation, like it would have been better. It would have easily been better. So,
which I don't know, like if those would have been actual people, and maybe the movie would have been better. I don't know,
Right.
But I still have Cinderella. I mean, I think it's fine.
I
know you're against it.
Yeah, I need to watch it again, honestly, because it was, to me, it's kind of the first of the new age of the live action ones, and it was the first one they did and said, "Oh, we're taking out the music," and I was not ready for that, and it made me mad. But I think Cinderella does move forward.
Yeah. Next is gonna be, I think, a tough one for you. Not necessarily for me. We have the 10 seed Little Mermaid versus the 11 Mufasa. Yeah.
That's rude.
For me, it's Mufasa. Little Mermaid. So I may get a hot take for this one. I wasn't a big fan of the visuals, and I did not like. And I know it's tough to make a talking crab look real. It did not. And because this was 2023,
Something like that. Yeah.
Jungle Book that was in 2016 looked way better, in my opinion.
I get you, but I think
I know it's tough because
it's
it's
different.
A crab.
It's crab. They
Yeah.
have a smaller face,
Yeah,
smaller
I
profiles
know.
on it, and I think they made the decision, which I think is fair, which Jungle Book can do and Little Mermaid couldn't. They took, like Jungle Book took a tiger and made the tiger talk.
Yeah.
They took a wolf and made a wolf talk who has a larger facial profile.
Yeah.
It looks like it. If I was to tell you to draw me a crab
That talks. Yeah.
that was not animated,
Yeah. It's 100% tough.
their eyes are the size of like the top of a pin. Like you
Yeah.
can't show facial expression with that
No,
one. So yeah,
yeah.
I get that.
I did like I thought Ariel did a great job in it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, was it Melissa McCarthy who played Ursula?
Mm-hmm.
I thought she did a good job. Like I didn't think the movie was bad.
Yeah.
I think Mufasa's just that good, and I don't know why it's an 11 seed.
I love the Little Mermaid remake. I love the added song. Prince Eric got a song. And it was, I loved his song. I love the added songs for Ariel. I'm a music guy.
Yep.
I love that part.
Yep.
Even Scuttlebutt, yes, it was weird. Scuttle got a song. It was weird. Aquafina, but I thought it was kind of fun. It's cutesy. That being said, Mufasa was so
It
good.
was really good. And maybe it's because it's an origin-ish story.
Yeah, true.
And
true.
that
Yep.
could be it. I don't know.
And it also gave you, it's, there's so many sequels that come out and they do the mistake that we don't want. Like when they make a sequel or a prequel, they tell a story. It was like, why don't you tell us the story we want to know? Like, give us, like, people talk about this with Harry Potter.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, why'd they do Fantastic Beasts? Why don't you give us the story of the Marauders? Or like, let's learn more about the kids before. And they gave us that. They said, okay, we're gonna give you the story of Mufasa, and we're gonna let you know what happened, how Mufasa became the king. And you're like, oh, how him and Sarabi fell in love. And like, I remember I made a post before the movie came out years ago.
You kind of called it.
I was pretty close. I was like, are we going to, I think one of my hot lines I said in there, people were like, no way. I was like, are we going to see Sarabi and Mufasa's first date? And I was laughing. Literally, that's what we got. What happened with Scar. I didn't call that it was I don't think I called that he was interested in Sarabi, but I knew there was going to be some petty stuff right there. Mufasa was just that good. It beats
really
it out.
was.
That hurts. But yeah, I would go Mufasa. That movie is so good to me.
I loved it. Do you want to stay on this side or do you want to go to the other side?
Let's go to the other side. That way we can bounce it out.
In the first round on the other side, we have the 2 seed, Peach Dragon.
It's the 2 seed.
It's the 2 seed. It had like a 90 or an 89
That's
on
wild.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
And the 19 seed was Alice Through the Looking Glass. Full transparency.
You haven't seen Peach Dragon, I'm guessing.
I haven't seen Peach Dragon, but I did not like Alice Through the Looking Glass. So I don't really have a
That's
fight
fair.
for any of this. I'll say Peach Dragon just because it's the 2 and maybe it's respected. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
To me, Alice Through the Looking Glass wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of stopped because I think they were going to make 3 of them, and they were like, this didn't work.
Yeah. Which, I mean, the first one was fine, but the second one, I just wasn't a fan of.
I would say probably Peach Dragon, but I'm shocked that it's a 2 seed up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would go Peach Dragon.
Okay. This next one's going to be tough. We have the 8 seed, Beauty and the Beast, versus the 13 seed, Maleficent. Very, very, very tough, in my opinion.
That is rude.
It's very rude.
I think Beauty and the Beast gets unnecessary hatred.
I agree.
I think Beauty and the Beast was beautifully made. I think this was the first one. I think you have the same issues with Little Mermaid of how do you make a live candelabra
Yeah.
but look like a candelabra but also give it personality like Lumiere needs. I think people just hated on Emma Watson. She's not the most phenomenal voice, no, but I think people wanted to hear Paige O'Hare sing, and if it wasn't Paige O'Hare, you weren't going to be happy.
Yeah.
I think she did totally fine because no one had complaints about her singing "Days in the Sun," which was a new song. They had complaints with her singing "Belle" or singing something there because you had a certain sound you wanted from the past actress.
And what what I liked about that movie was what they added with Belle's mother.
Yep,
Was it
loved
Belle's mother?
Belle's mother
Sick?
getting sick.
Yep, I loved that added aspect because it gave that was something that we were that I was missing in the original. Which I mean, I love the original, but I didn't get any
Like, where is she?
where are her parents? What's going on there? So I liked that.
They also solved some of the gaps, which I love when people do that. When they come back and make a movie like, okay, this is where we messed up the last time. We didn't answer this question. They solved, why was no one looking for these inanimate creatures that are now animated? Like in the movie, we're like, oh, Mrs. Potts, like she was a person. Why was no one looking for her? Well, they explained in this one that there was a spell placed on the entire village where no one remembered.
Yeah.
Like, so in the movie, we just got the spells on the castle. That was it. We didn't know in the animated one. This one, we'd be like, oh, this whole bubble of a town has forgotten. And there was like, who is this? I think her name was Agatha, like the lady that was running around.
Yeah.
Like, who is she? Like, there was one was like, is that Belle's mom? Like, we don't know all that kind of stuff. And then there's a book I have, the Twisted Tales series, which I love. In that story, they say, what if Belle's mother was the witch that put the spell on? Yeah. That was a cool book. If you ever get to those Twisted Tale stories, it's good. Okay, all that being said, Maleficent was
so really, really, really good. I think I know which way you're going to lean because it's who you are, and I think you're going to lean Beauty and the Beast because of the music.
I feel like I should, but Maleficent was that good, and it's the curse that people complain about now, but it made it wonderful. People are so upset that we're justifying villains, and there are no villains that are just villains. Like they're making us feel for these villains, and Maleficent is the definition of that. You watch Maleficent, and you're like, oh, she's not as bad. Like she has a reason. Like it wasn't that she was just mad that she didn't get invited to the party. Like there was a whole story to it, and you're like, whoa. And she did so well. I mean, even the movie, if you did research on it, they had to recast the baby Aurora because the kids were too scared. I think they had two different girls playing the role, and the child was too scared of Maleficent. She wouldn't stop crying. So they had to use Angelina Jolie's baby.
That's crazy.
Because she was the only one.
I mean, she did a phenomenal job in that.
It was amazing. I hate to say it, but I would go Maleficent.
I'm fine going Maleficent. I think I just have a good love for Beauty and the Beast.
I do too.
But I mean, Angelina Jolie did phenomenal.
She did. It was amazing.
Good little upset right there.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, that does hurt. I think this one will be easy. We have the 6 seed Lilo and Stitch versus the 15 seed Lion King. They're both flat remakes. Yeah. Not a lot added besides Beyonce's song, which I know you don't like. I'm going Lilo and Stitch because of how bad they fumbled with Lion King. Like I said, I'm a big fan of adding new things in there. And I feel like the only thing we got that was added was Beyonce's song, Spirit.
There's a statement that they always say, less is more. And this is when it's proven wrong.
Yeah.
In Lion King. Like, you basically stripped Rafiki of having a role. You did an eighth of Scar's song. You gave Timon and Pumbaa way too much time on screen that made no sense. And it was really just Seth Rogen doing whatever he wanted to do. Lion King drove me absolutely crazy.
I would agree. I love Lion King.
Right.
I thought this movie was going to be phenomenal because whenever we saw the trailers and you see the circle of life, and you see the sunrise.
Yep,
I thought it was going to be
visually weird. Yeah. It's also, I think it gives you a little bit of it's weird, the animals.
Yeah.
A little bit, but it was fine. Lilo and Stitch. I really enjoyed Lilo and Stitch. It was the perfect version of like, okay, you want a live action, we're just going to give it to you. It was their test of saying, if we make a live action adaptation, how do y'all feel if we actually just give you a live action of
verbatim,
like scene for scene? They gave us so many of the fan moments we loved. The ice cream cone, like all that little things. People. I get it that you were upset about Nani going off to college and saying Ohana means family, but she left her. Please do some research on the child welfare system, some please, because that is the most ideal situation. You have what would be called a kin placement where she's staying with, Lilo is now with people that are not necessarily actually family, but have known her as family, who have been there, who have been present for her whole life. Nani's still able to see her, even with now having the portal gun, going back whenever she wants to. But then Nani also gets to go to school and probably, if they make another one, who knows, take care of Lilo later. Like everyone gets to have an opportunity for a life of this one. And that's part of the beautiful story we want to see in the child welfare system. But I'll get that. Don't get me on a whole other soapbox. But I liked Lilo and Stitch. We know how I love Lion King. Yeah. I did not like the live action. I mean, look, Simba's behind me. Yeah, like, there. Like,
I feel like everybody. I feel like most people in this world love Lion King, and we're not fans of the live action.
Absolutely. So yeah.
The next one. This is the last matchup in the first round. I think it'll be easy. We'll see. We have the 4 seed Cruella against the 17 seed Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. I'm going Cruella. Yeah, going Cruella. So that concludes first round.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to the second round matchups, we have Jungle Book versus Christopher Robin. I'm going Jungle Book.
I would go Christopher Robin, I think, but I get it. It's the fair statement would be Jungle Book because it's actually the live action of the animated one. Yeah. What drives me crazy, again, same story I always say, don't cut my music.
Yeah.
Like
with the bare
Christopher Walken at singing I Want to Be Like You was basically just talked out. It was fine. It was weird. I didn't like it. Bare Necessities, he just like floated on the river and then just like said the words a couple times and barely had the song in there. Which I knew they weren't going to do. The Vultures didn't do the We Are Friends. Like that's what friends are for. Like they were supposed to be the Beatles. That was fun about that one. They weren't there. So it's a good story.
I'm biased in the sense of like, I just liked animals growing up. Yeah. And so whenever this movie came out, I liked that it was live action. I liked it was actual. One scene I didn't like, and it scared me to bejesus, was Scarlett Johansson's snake.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But I mean, again, it was just like,
it
was so cool. So I mean, I'm biased in that sense.
The thing I would say that gives it is definitely the fact that Christopher Robin is not a live action remake. It's just a live action story of Disney characters because it's Pooh and them when Christopher Robin's grown.
Yeah.
It's not the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. So in that sense, I would say Jungle Book has the advantage and probably should move on just because most of these live actions are going to be retellings and that's not what Christopher Robin is.
Yeah.
So I would go probably Jungle Book.
I know you don't.
I don't like that a lot, but
But I think it was the right move.
I need to watch it again.
Next one we have Aladdin versus Alice in Wonderland. It's going to be Aladdin.
I would go Aladdin, and people are going to be mad at us. I would go Aladdin.
I liked Aladdin.
The same argument I had before. Alice in Wonderland was not it's closer than Christopher Robin was, but Alice in Wonderland was not a exact retelling of Alice in Wonderland because no one could because they were on acid when they made Alice in Wonderland. No one remembers what they said in the first one.
No.
But Aladdin was good. Was I upset about the Iago and Abu and stuff like that? Yes, I was. I didn't like that, but the heart of the movie was still there to me. So I would go Aladdin.
And Jasmine's song slaps.
Jasmine's song
slaps.
That movie honestly could have been called Jasmine instead of Aladdin, and it would have been totally fine.
I like what they did with Genie's character.
Yep, I love Genie.
At the beginning and the end, it all comes together.
I say this every time. I loved how Genie called out the fans, where people were saying he can't be Robin Williams. He can't be Robin Williams. He's like, I know, no one can be Robin Williams. And then if you listen to the song in Friend Like Me, he has a line that I know is a Will Smith line. He added in there. He says, I can sing, rap, dance if you give me a chance. Yeah. And I was like, that was his shot at the fan saying, yo, let me be me. Let me do this role. Which no one's trying to replace Robin Williams.
Yeah, no one's ever going to replace Robin Williams. Right. And I don't think Will Smith was trying to do that. I think he was just being himself. And I thought he did a good job.
I enjoyed it. I liked it.
The next matchup, I already know where you're going to go. Cinderella versus Mufasa.
You know where you're going to go.
I know where I'm gonna
Everyone's
go. It's
going
gonna be
Mufasa.
Mufasa.
Absolutely.
And
There's people out there that are like, no, I loved it. The dress was the wrong color. I don't care what you say. That was the wrong color dress. Moving on.
which this is the last time I'll bring it up, but wasn't the actress who played Bellatrix Lestrange, wasn't she the
Yeah. Helen Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
Which
was.
I saw that and I was like, how she's Bellatrix. She's
Yeah, she's
evil.
like, well, it's probably the first role you've seen
Her in
Helen
that's not
that's in a
Bellatrix.
light role. You're like,
Yeah.
why are you being nice? I need
Yeah.
you to do something
Yeah.
mean or something. Yeah.
I killed Sirius Black. Okay, moving on. Next, we have in the second round on the other side, we have Peach Dragon versus Maleficent. And I'm going Maleficent.
Maleficent,
but
easily.
I didn't see Peach Dragon, so.
Yeah. Maleficent easily.
Okay. Next, we have Lilo and Stitch versus Cruella. I'm going Cruella. Emma Stone did a wonderful
The
job.
answer contradicts what I said before. Because Lilo and Stitch is the exact retelling.
Yep.
Cruella is not.
Origin.
It's an origin story. It's a villain origin story that drives people crazy. It was so damn good, though.
I thought it was wonderful.
It was great. And I would go Cruella just because it was that good. And it's, again, it's what you want out of a prequel or sequel. Like, give me a different story. Tell me about, like, the mistake would have been like, all right, we're doing a prequel to 101 Dalmatians starring Horace and Jasper. Like, no one cared. Like, they gave us Cruella. What got her to be there? And we still don't know what gets her to be there. Because one of the things that I can't wait, they said there's going to be a sequel.
Yeah.
I want them to tell us, how does she truly become Cruella? Because she's not there yet. We saw some evilness, but we didn't see her get to the point. And one of the things at the very end that I want to know, and I don't think it was post-credit. I think it was just at the end of the movie. I don't know if you caught this. Cruella gives Roger and Anita
Two
Pongo
separate
and
Dalmatians.
Perdita.
Yep.
Like, literally were the dogs that become, like, the whole story. Like, so...
Wasn't she she was not evil at all, like for I would probably say 90% of the movie.
Most of the movie, correct.
But it was like probably towards the last like maybe back half of the party on the cliff is whenever she maybe started getting those tendencies.
Once she figured out that she was the reason that her mother was killed, that's when you saw like, oh, well, but she had moments throughout the movie. She kept doing little things. She kept doing it. Horse just like, yo, chill. And she was like, or you can get out my way and I'm gonna do this anyway. There were moments where you saw the twitch. But she still hasn't like
Fully gone.
like flipped over. But you can see this potential. But yeah, I would say Cruella. It was
Which
just
and maybe like Cruella 2 is like a little bit of like 101 Dalmatians retold.
yeah,
maybe?
I don't know. I don't know what happens. Does she get bit? I don't know. Why does she want dog fur? I don't know. But yeah, something's going to happen. But I would say Cruella.
Okay, I'd agree. Then we have one more matchup on the top left for this matchup to go to face Mufasa in the Final Four. Mufasa essentially ends up having a bye to get to the Final Four.
Okay.
The Jungle Book versus Aladdin. I'm going Aladdin.
I would go Aladdin as well.
Okay, so we have our Final Four.
Oh,
Yeah, it's going to be tough. We have Aladdin, Mufasa, Maleficent, and Cruella. So I don't know if you see that, but that's 3 out of 4 origin-ish stories. Moving on.
on the left side, I would go.
Yeah, we have Aladdin versus Mufasa.
I would go Mufasa.
I would also go
It's
Mufasa.
so good to
It's
me.
really good. It's really good.
It's so good. I'm sorry, Scar. She didn't want you. Mufasa even tried.
He was helping.
He was like, "My brother saved you." She was like, "Stop playing."
Yeah.
No, I know it was you. I smelt you. It was you. Like, yeah, she knew. Like, come on, sorry, Scar. You couldn't do it on me.
And then on the other
Taka.
side, we have Maleficent versus Cruella.
I don't know. Those were both so
Those
great.
were both really good.
Dang.
Maleficent was that was 16 ish.
Maybe this is how y'all know this is real because we would have had answers for this. I had no idea.
I think I lean Cruella. Maybe. I mean, maybe just a slight edge.
I don't know.
So this is where I go. I lean Cruella because I watched both of these movies on Disney Plus at home.
Right.
So I didn't go to these movies in theater.
I saw them both in theaters.
Maleficent. This is maybe a bad reasoning. I don't know. Maleficent. I checked my phone a little bit during the movie. Cruella. I was not. I was glued, and maybe that I remember that vividly. Whenever I watched Cruella, and I was just like, because it was something different. I wanted to know where Cruella's evil came from and like her backstory. So I'll go Cruella, but I think this is close.
This is the closest I think I've ever done in any other brackets. I think it would be Cruella, and I think part of it to me is Cruella's issue was not about a boy.
Thank God.
It wasn't some weird love interest thing. Now, was it heartbreaking and gut wrenching when we saw him, like when Maleficent realizes that he cut off her wings?
Yeah.
God, like, man, but am I tricking myself? I don't know. Oh. But I'll say this. I've watched Cruella multiple times.
More than you've watched Maleficent?
A lot more than I've watched Maleficent. I've watched Maleficent intentionally the first time. I think I watched it again at home on purpose. And then only other times I've watched it was like, oh, it's on TNT. I'm watching Maleficent. It's on.
Yeah.
I've caught middle of it.
Yeah.
Cruella, I've turned on multiple times. So I would go Cruella, but dang, that is close.
And then this one is going to be close too. In our championship, we have Cruella versus Mufasa.
Mufasa is so darn good.
I lean Mufasa.
It was so good. Like, it is in my top of the live actions, which makes sense here. But I would go Mufasa. It was just so good.
It was really good. And I mean, like I said earlier, everybody loves Lion King, but I liked, contrary to Lion King, the live action, we got a lot of Rafiki in this, which I think Rafiki is a great character. And like, I don't know, maybe like a Rafiki story would be cool.
I mean, that's what it was basically. Like it was about
him
Mufasa.
walking Mufasa, Scar, and Sarabi.
Or even the moment, like the whole movie, he was saying, like, I want to go on this journey with you. I'm looking for my brother. I'm looking for my brother. Da, 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 da. He kept saying, I'll be reunited with my brother when we get to the land. Da, 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 da. And then he goes, Mufasa, you are my brother. It is you. And I was like, oh, God. I was ready for another baboon. Like, it was that. And it was at the moment where, like, the whole time, the joke is, the people make fun of that movie is I Was One of the Brothers song because it's silly, it's fun, brother, whatever.
Yeah.
I loved it, thought it was fun, it was cute. And then you have Mufasa being betrayed by his brother, Scar feeling he's being betrayed by Mufasa and all this stuff. And you have this loss of this brotherhood, even though he lets him live. But then Mufasa to turn around and say, no, you are my brother I was looking for this whole time here. And it was like, so even there, it was good.
Yeah, I would probably go Mufasa.
I would go Mufasa. And then there's another question, I think, and this isn't for now, but like the movie The Lion King, who are we talking about? In the movie The Lion King, are we talking about The Lion King being Simba becoming the king or Mufasa being the king and always having an impact?
Yeah.
It's a whole other conversation.
That's a whole other conversation. But I will say with how this bracket went as a whole, our final four, 3 of the 4 were origin stories.
Yeah, that's wild.
I mean, I think fans like something different. I mean, at least us too.
I made a whole video about that. I made a post about it. It's like, what origin story do we really want? And by this bracket, at least from us two, give us something new.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's it. We are ending this one. So the winner of Best Live Action, and I know people don't like the live actions. I'm not, I like some of them. I like a lot of them. Is Mufasa.
I think
I'm okay with that.
I'm good
with
it too.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all later. Stay tuned next week for the next one. See y'all.
Deuces.